Welcome to Behind the Badge episode where this guy forgot to do a video for it, but this is the no bullshit, no filtered, uncensored uh, Jason and Daniel's thoughts on Chelsea Football Club currently. This is our Behind the Badge series where we just take different things and just sort of talk about them. And tonight's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about. I'm Daniel. He is Jason over there on that side. We're backwards. If you listen to us normally, you normally I'm on that side. He's on this side.
We switched it up.
We switched it up because it's like behind the badge. So we just switched it up.
That's all we can do. We forgot to do all the other things.
Yeah, all the other things. Yeah. But we're going to talk a little bit about the sanctions that Chelsea got put under today. Or, well, when you're listening to this, it'll be a couple days ago. Because Jason, my voice already.
Wow, dude. No, not on the Behind the Badge episode.
If you watch the end of our last podcast, my voice just went
You need to go get some tea or some coffee.
Yeah, I got a freaking cough drop in there right now.
Man,
it was working until I started talking. But anyway, I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna make it because I got shit to say. But we're talking a little about Finkelstein, whatever the asshole's name is. His quote. We're talking a little about the sanctions that we got put under, and then we're gonna have I think the biggest thing we want to talk about sort of is Liam. We Jason's thoughts on this. We'll talk about it a little bit because there's a lot of division within the Chelsea fan base right now about it. On the various social platforms, on the Reddits, and the X's of the world. But yeah. I don't know. I mean, any other topic that Jason feels the need to cover, we will also cover in this episode. So if Jason has grievances against the club, maybe he's got grievances that he can
I have
bring.
a lot, actually.
Yeah.
What's healthy to talk about, I don't know, but I have a lot.
I should write a blog post, top 10 grievances against the club.
I mean, really, yeah.
Might be. It has to probably be longer than 10 because there's a lot of grievances against this club. So, all right, but yeah, let's just jump into it. We're late to the party. This will probably come out Wednesday or Thursday of this week. I don't know whatever day we release it. Hell, knowing us, we'll probably forget to release it because we tend to do that.
I mean,
wouldn't be the first time.
We might need to release it sooner rather than later, just because of we got PSG tomorrow, and then we'll probably.
I mean, we could just release it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that might be what we do.
Okay. Jason's my guy. He tells me what to do. I do it. Gotta go slave away, make another AI generated thumbnail.
Don't ever do what I tell you to do. I do not have good ideas.
But Chelsea today set another record. Clear Lake continues their record-breaking streak here at this club. They're on a massive run from Sunday, the first time in 15 years since we've lost to Newcastle at the Bridge, to Monday, when Chelsea has found a record 10.7 million Great British pounds for their wonderful shady business practices during the Abramovich era. So, yeah.
I mean, they're saying it would have been worse if it wasn't self-reported. Maybe that's true. I think we're getting off kind of light.
100% getting off light.
But also, so does every other club.
Unless you're Everton.
Unless you're Everton. Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, Man City definitely got off light, so...
They haven't even been punished yet.
Yeah.
Nobody even knows that they're getting off light.
Yeah, maybe not.
We don't know yet. But, yeah, some of the stuff from this is crazy. Over $23 million was paid, or 23 million pounds, to 7 unregistered agents or companies that link to players of Eden Hazard, the transfers of Hazard, Ramirez, David Luiz, Andre Schürrle, and Matic, with 2 other players unnamed. There's another 19 million paid to 2 other entities for the transfers of William and Samuel Eto'o. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, well worth it. Well worth All the shady shit we did. Well worth it.
Yeah, I agree. That's fine. I mean, I'm glad it wasn't worse. I don't think it matters. With the rest of the
No,
shit going on with our club, I don't think this matters. They're
it
lucky.
matters
They're
zero.
lucky they don't have more shit that they got to try to convince the fans to eat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, like if you look at this, Ramirez, he's the only one that actually won the Champions League out of that list, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Because Hazard he never won it.
No.
No,
He
David
came in
Luiz
right
won
after.
it. David Luiz and Ramirez were both here.
Oh, right, yeah.
Andre Shearer wasn't here. Matic wasn't here. Willian wasn't here. And Eto wasn't here. So, I mean, I'm just saying, where was that when we tried to get Neymar Abramovich?
I mean, really though.
When I was hitting F5 on my keyboard that entire day, refreshing sites, trying to figure out if we got Neymar, at like 12 o'clock in the morning, whenever I hear he's at Sao Paulo and he's out with his dad and they're meeting with people, and I'm sitting here, F5 refresh. I want to know if we're getting Neymar, damn it.
Yeah.
Why didn't we get Neymar? I don't know.
I'm looking at the squad.
I mean, I just don't think, like, we self-reported great. Like, I'm just going to be honest. They hadn't found this out yet. So,
right. Yeah.
They hadn't found it yet. Why did you self-report it?
Yeah. True. I'm glad that we're starting with this topic because I genuinely am bored by every club everywhere is doing some sort of shady shit. Yeah. You cannot convince me. All the people clutching pearls right now can go. Never mind. But they can stop clutching the pearls. I'll say that. Your club is doing something shady as shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
It's like we live in the South. College football is sort of king here.
Mm-hmm.
And before all the NIL stuff, it was always like, well, this team pays their players. Well, this team pays. Dude, every team pays their players.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether you get caught paying your players or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you pony up enough money for said player. It's just like.
Right. Yeah.
My team pays players. I'm a huge LSU fan. We pay players all the time. I don't have a problem admitting that because everybody else was doing it.
Yeah.
If you think my team stole from a damn children's hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like it, but it happened.
The fact that they keep talking about how much they really keep beating the drum of we self-reported. We're so glad we self-reported. It makes me think that they did something that caused them to have to self-report. It's not like I think the ownership here is altruistic, especially when we start getting into the more fun stuff about things that we're about to talk about, because I am totally bored with this conversation. But at the end of the day, they had to self-report for some reason. I will never believe that our club just did that out of the goodness of their hearts, especially if they haven't found it yet, and especially if they definitely didn't find it when we were submitting shit for a sale.
Yeah.
Give me a break. I don't trust this ownership at all to do anything in any way that is going to help not make the money. And this put them in a very bad position. I don't think they went into that willingly. But this is why you and I are going to start a conspiracy, Chelsea conspiracies. And that's why we're going to do that.
I have one.
Really fun.
I have one tonight. If you want to hear it.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear it because I hate this conversation.
Okay. So are you ready for the conspiracy theory?
I'm ready. I'm so looking.
So this is 2/4. I got to get my dates right because it's backwards because it's English. So
Okay.
February 14th. Cucurella is not fit. There's an issue with his hamstring. 2/21. Esteval has a hamstring issue. 2/5. Gittins his towards hamstring. Today, Reshame suffers a hamstring injury, expected to be out several weeks. Is Liam Rosenior the killer of hamstrings? Because all those have happened since he's been here.
Whoa. What is he doing?
What is he doing to our guys' hamstrings?
What the shit? Liam, you are not the masseuse.
Like the imagery that just came into my mind of like the players on like the massage board and Liam's just there.
Yeah.
Yes, let me get your hamstring.
Wow, Liam is really bad at conditioning those hamstrings.
Yeah,
He probably uses it as time to get one-on-one with the player and then just totally botches it.
all these one-on-one talks he's having with the players is really hamstring rubdowns. That's really what Liam's doing. He's using it to fill up the players' hamstrings.
Wow. Liam, you idiot.
I mean, some guys are into feet, some guys are into boobs, some guys are into butts. Liam's into hamstrings.
He's into his players' hamstrings. He needs to be more into defense. Just saying.
Yeah, just saying. Yeah, he needs to be more into defense.
Wait, who we've lost? Esteval, James. Okay, defender, but doesn't play him in defense that often.
Cucurella.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Four hamstring injuries since he's been here, but
he doesn't like the center backs.
He doesn't. Yeah. I mean, he did hurt Jurgensen's groin too. He has done that. So
he hurt more than Jurgensen's groin.
Yeah, I think he hurt his pride a little bit.
He broke Jurgensen.
Yeah, he literally he broke Jurgensen in more ways than one. He broke a mind, body, spirit. Jurgensen will never be able to procreate. Like he's done.
Yeah. Jurgensen's career and procreation potential are gone.
Done.
Nosedive.
Nobody's coming back from Liam's cursing, man. I'm just telling you. Like he's done.
Wow. Liam is having more of an effect on the team than I thought he was.
Yeah. I mean, still they're all bad, but you know.
I know. Why can't we bring anybody in that has a positive effect? From the top down, nobody is having a positive effect on this team.
But some people would have you to believe they're having a positive effect on the team.
We are going to wish we had Maresca back in a couple of years.
Yeah.
We are going to wish for Maresca. That is going to be crazy.
I'm trying to hold off on all that. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. We'll get to Liam in a second. I'm saving Liam for the end. I should have saved the hamstring thing because that sort of did funnel into Liam. But anyway, so if you've been following Chelsea news a little bit these past couple of days, apparently it has been leaked now that different supporter groups, more or less the people that were protesting Chelsea, actually sat down with some of the Chelsea ownership and board members or whatnot. I don't know. The higher ups. Great. They needed to meet. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. However, apparently shit's starting to leak and now everybody hates everybody again. So we're back to square one, which is where I like to be because ownership's a bunch of assholes. But, I mean, just some of the quotes are coming out for this from Finkelstein, old Danny boy, bald-headed, like just cut the hair off already, man. Like fat, ugly, glass piece of just trashy-looking fella. But anyway, his quote is, it's fucking obvious we're building one of the best teams in the world. Is it, Danny? Is it really that obvious that we're building one of the best teams in the world?
He's a member of the House of Lords.
I mean, is it, Jason? Are we really building one of the best teams in the world right now?
I think that quote is one of the most out of touch quotes from just about anyone in a position of power at Chelsea Football Club in a really long time. I think if you're saying that, you don't know what that made me stutter a little. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Like, I want to read something. Like, I found a Reddit thread that was talking about this.
Yeah.
The OP that made the post wrote a bulleted point list. It's a tad long, but bear with me. Danny, I'm just going to call him Fink. I'm just going to call him the Fink.
Call him the Fink.
The Fink believed meeting with supporters group was private and would not be made public. The Fink, who is a columnist for the Times newspaper and was awarded an OBE in 1997, also told the group of supporters there is no statistical relationship between managers and results.
That was my next quote.
And that the PSG head coach Luis Enrique would not have been the right appointment for Chelsea. The Fink was not named by the group, but Telegraph Sport has confirmed he was the director in question, and he believed the meeting was private, would not be made public. Again, the discussion became heated when the director responded by telling us players will mature as they get older, and that to them it is effing obvious we are building one of the best teams in the world. Asked if he agrees with the Fink's assessment that Chelsea are building one of the best teams in the world, Rosenior said, "Yes, I do." The Fink is a lifelong Chelsea supporter and was appointed as a director by the Clear Lake Capital Todd Bowley ownership with the view to engaging with fans and listening to their opinions. On the Fink's assessment, Enrique said, "I don't care. That's not important. I am proud of being manager of PSG. That's the most important thing for me at this moment."
Yeah.
Wait, so were they asking Luis Enrique? Like, did they ask him?
Yeah, the press. This came out, I think, before or around the press conferences today.
Oh,
and so then they asked some of those questions to Luis, since him and Rosenior. Well, Rosenior wasn't brought up, but Enrique was. So
this is an interesting comment. Like just below that, somebody is saying, or they were saying, they just quoted the quote from the Fink about it's evident obvious. And they said, this is why the Fernandez rumors are so interesting. If he goes and their strategy is an undeniable failure. I don't know about that in that way, but like what it does make me think about, right, though, is like the transfer strategy this year. And somebody else was saying we were told to be patient because it was a four-window transfer strategy. What is going to be really interesting, right, is like, and I'm getting this from these comments, right? It just made me, the piggyback thought is, if we watch what happens in the transfer window, we can assess a lot about their strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And that will definitely tell us a lot about how they're going about business. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that we're not going about anything in a way that we would think is successful, and how things are not working out, and the players that they brought in and have already had to sell, and the fact that they don't listen to any outside counsel about which players to bring in is already telling. The fact that we haven't been able to get a shirt sponsor for a full season since they have been in charge is already telling. The fact that we're selling assets back to ourselves is already telling. Like we were earlier, like when I'm saying they wouldn't do anything altruistically. Are they trying so hard to cook the books? The conspiracy land, maybe, but are they trying so hard to like find ways around PSR that there is no way that they could have found around it without having to disclose some of this stuff because of the shit that they're trying to pull in terms of selling assets back to us, in like property and the women's club? Like, is some of this coming into play for a future strategy? I don't know, but that doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It's not like, oh, we were looking around and we just wanted y'all to know. Like, they're not doing that shit. Like, they're doing other shit that was going to be inevitable of anybody finding out about the past shit. Because you're telling me that in the cell, they didn't find that in the cell. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like people tell you to be patient. They're like, oh, it's a cycle, trust the process. We've spent $2 billion in the transfer window and have
Yeah.
nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my money, but it's my club. And I have a problem when half the fans could probably build a better roster with hell, I think 90% of the fan base could build, if you gave them £2 billion, could build a better roster than what these dumbos have built.
Dude, yes. Like that in of itself, like full stop, mic drop. Like give this money to anybody that watches this game.
Yeah.
With any sort of interest, and they do better.
Yeah. Like I could literally go to the shed in the bridge next time we play at home.
Take a seat.
Take a ball. Just throw it up in the air. Some fan will catch it. It could be a 10-year-old kid.
Age. Doesn't matter the age.
The age doesn't matter. They would do 100% better job than what these dumbasses have done.
Great. I love
we spent $2 billion and you're telling me to be patient.
Yeah.
$2 billion with a freaking B. And I'm the one that's supposed to be patient. Yes. No, you just suck at your job.
Oh, it's not, Daniel, you don't even know what you're watching. Like, it's so obvious that they are amazing, that they are the gods of football. It is so obvious. How are you even saying this stuff, Daniel? It's obvious, man.
We had this conversation.
Go to the eye doctor, dog. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Like a couple weeks ago, we had this conversation a couple weeks ago. Like, how many players are truly like that upper echelon of players on our team? And it's like, Caicedo. It was Reese until we literally said Reese when he's healthy. Yeah, not healthy anymore, so you got to take him off the list.
He's off.
João Pedro.
Yeah,
it's getting there. Cole Palmer was there, isn't there? I don't know where Cole Palmer is now.
Yeah,
Esteval has the potential to be there. Enzo, everybody tells us he is, but then you don't know what you're getting on the pitch sometimes.
Right.
Cucurella, okay, fine. That's it.
I was listening to Rory talk to Matisse and the other day, and Rory is Rory. I'll just say that. Like I'm a fan, but I'm not a fan of the way he goes about stuff a lot. But I will. He had this really good point the other day that I think is what you're alluding to, where the teams of the past used to be like, we basically built a team of captains. Where almost every player was a captain of their country's club. And man, that has stuck with me a little bit. Because
that's a good point.
Because I mean, I don't know. It's not the same, and we're not building that with that model in mind anymore. But like,
far from
like, it is a lot to say. Like, you could literally pluck just about anybody from that club into a captain role for another team, or for their country's team. And man, there's something like, it's like I was saying at the end of the last pod. It's just like Chelsea are not cool anymore. Like, they were cool. They were like kind of bad boy, kind of drama, kind of like all up in it.
And then we had our players that slept with other players' wives and girlfriends and stuff. We had that shit too. We had it all.
It was always a clown show, but it was like a fun ride to be on. And this is not fun. This is not fun. And watching this group of players is not fun at all.
It's not fun. And well, I think too, it's like, because we know that the people that own the club really aren't trying to win. They're just trying to make money. And so Like I don't.
Yep.
They're not like Abramovich. His whole thing was I don't give a shit about anything. Clearly, he made deals under the table to bring in some of the best players in the world so that we could try to win the Champions League. Like he literally only thing he cared about was winning damn trophies. He didn't care how he did it. Let me sports wash all my money. Okay, great. I'll take your dirty Russian money because everybody else has dirty Saudi money in their clubs. I'll just take the dirty Russians' money.
Right.
And I'll take it and we'll go win some trophies. Sure, cool, whatever. It worked. And now these arrogant pricks from America come in thinking they know what they're doing and how to do it better than anybody's ever done it before.
Yeah.
And in actuality, they have no damn clue what the hell they're doing. So,
do we need to move on to Rosenior?
I mean, do you have any more thoughts on that? If you don't, we can move on to Rosenior. It's fine. I'm done with that topic.
Yeah. I think you made a good point. Like, what players do we have that are really like moving the needle in any particular way? And it's a desert. It's a desert right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like when you go from having, like you said, like multiple players that are captains on their national team, that are contributing nationally, that are making deep runs in the World Cup, to having what we have now. Yeah. Like Fofana's probably not even going to make the French team. Chalobah probably won't even make the English national team. Cucurella will. Sanchez ain't making the Spanish team. Enzo and Caicedo will both make theirs. Neto will make his. Garnacho.
João Pedro made his recently.
Yeah, João Pedro will probably lead the line. Esteban will probably make it for the World Cup. But then you look at our backups. That's also an issue. Our depth is terrible. We have no depth on this team, which doesn't get talked about enough. Who knows if Palmer's going to make the World Cup at this point in time?
Yeah, I don't know.
So anyway,
man. It's sad. Yeah. This conversation is making me sad.
It is. It's a depressing conversation to have. And I think the other issue like that we've talked about is you were alluding to this on the last episode. I didn't really want to get into it then because I knew it would lead into a deeper discussion or a longer discussion.
Yeah.
So you were talking about like we've always sort of, Jason and me have always sort of disagreed on Rosenior a little bit. I think I've been a little bit more pro Rosenior. He's been a little bit no Rosenior. Or he hasn't been like, he hasn't been like negative. It's just been like, not really exciting. He doesn't really do anything for me.
He's a company man. He was born and bred for this very moment. He's put in a cryo tube and the world ended and he's now our manager.
I mean, that's completely fair. He is 100% a company man. But you were talking about last episode, like just the players and like how there's only so much a manager can do at this club. You know, like any manager, it doesn't matter what manager you bring in here. With the quality of players that you have, there's only so much you can do. So the big debate now is like there's a lot of people that want Rosenior out. There's been reports from people in the media, whether you're in the club or I don't know how many grains of salt do you want to take these with? But if he doesn't qualify for the Champions League, that maybe he's not the right fit. Maybe some people are starting to realize now that he's not the right fit for the job. So my question is, I guess I want to do it in two parts because I do think it's a two-part question. One, is Rosenior good enough to be the Chelsea manager? And two, if he does not qualify for the Champions League, Jason, should he get to keep his job for next year?
I think the answer to both questions is yes.
So he is good enough for Chelsea.
I think okay.
All right, well, is he good enough for this iteration of Chelsea?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I said on the last pod, he's got potential. Like I am not unwilling to give him the time. But I've said this since Poch. Okay. Like I did not like Graham Potter. I don't think Graham Potter was good for this club. I think that is a bad first impression for the ownership. And
terrible
to put that manager in
Well,
our midst.
especially when you had freaking Tommy T already here.
Oh my
Like,
God.
that's also the problem.
I mean, yeah, and that probably is where a lot of the bad taste comes from, is you just fired a manager that, albeit 7 games into, so halfway through the season, 7 games in, it wasn't going as good as we were hoping coming off of a Champions League win.
Right.
And so we get that. There was frustration there. There was literally no reason to fire him other than the management or the owners wanted to. And so you get Graham Potter. So we're comparing the two the whole time, and that sucked. I was happy I got to see Graham Potter's last game. That dude sucked. I do not, and he's not gone on to great things either. So I don't think it was unfounded. Like, it has not been good for him.
Once again, this podcast was right about something that nobody listens to us about.
I just, there is something to the vibes, right? Like, there is something to, like, first impressions, and there is something to a gut feeling, and he's not good. Then we had Lamps for a while. That was what it was. Poch comes in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Poch. I want Poch. I think he overperformed with a really bad Tottenham team, and we're watching like how their management is putting them in the relegation zone right now. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's just a coach thing with them either. I think they have some really bad ownership that like blow money on $1 billion stadiums and shit and everything they've done. Right. So I think it's a club model too. And I mean, I don't pretend that we're not close to that. Like that could be around the corner for us. Right. So I say all of that with this context in mind. The reason I wanted Poch to stay is because, and I think I was thinking about this in not the right way, because our owners don't think this way. I wanted Poch because he finally got us back to a place where we were like, okay, well, maybe we are progressing and the project is progressing and projecting and all the shit, right? Because we're like in that mindset still where we're like, we got to give them time. Like we just went through a massive rebuild. The team is young, like all that shit that we tell ourselves that delusional people still tell themselves, which blows my mind. But I was hoping he would make the management position attractive again, because I think they shit in the punch bowl when they just fired Tommy T out of nothing, and they thought they were doing the same thing that Abramovich was doing. But the problem is we had a winning culture that attracted top talent,
and Tommy T had that aura, that winning aura about him.
And you just fired a Champions League winning coach, like. That is stupid as shit and proves that you're not serious. I think that says to the world, this isn't a serious job. And then every hire beyond that has proven that. We're not looking for top talent. We're not looking for top talented players. We're looking for players young enough to grow into something that we can flip. And we're looking for managers that can grow into something that just steward young talent.
Yep. I agree.
That's it. That's all we want. We want unproven managers that we don't have to pay that much. We want kids that we lock into contracts forever, so they have to do what we want, so we can flip them between us and our sister club until we're ready to sell. And that's it. That's the model. So like I was naive in that to think that was what was happening. But I think some of that still stays the same. I don't agree with the Fink that like the manager can't get results. Like we watch it happen time and again, right? You have to have some stability somewhere. And I think Liam, for all of his polish, can offer some of that stability. And that is why I think he has potential. I think he's had more potential than the rest of them. In a lot of ways, even though I have a severe distrust from anyone that is sitting next to the Fink agreeing with him when he's saying bullshit like that. But also he's not going to not say he doesn't agree with it, because that's not the forum to do that, because
he's
that's
a company
man.
He's
a company man. He's playing the role. So can Liam play the role? He doesn't seem to be learning from mistakes very much. I think it was unrealistic. Now, after the hype train naivety that I also had, I think it's unrealistic to expect Chelsea. I think at this point in the season, and you fire your coach literally mid-season now, because that's what happened. I think it's unrealistic to expect that we get Champions League and that you hold a manager who comes in halfway through in an unstable situation with the injury record that we've had since before and since he came in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do think we probably were in the driver's seat for the Champions League bit, but also knowing what we know about the tumultuousness of this club, I don't know. I am willing to give him another year, but I also just the flip side of all of this is, who do you think's going to come in?
Yeah,
that's
great.
all. That's the question you and I ask every time these questions come up. And they have since Potter, and they have since Poch, and they have since Maresca, and now we're doing it again. Who comes in? Who wants this job? And who do they want for this job? Because they don't want a top list. They're talking about Luis Enrique. They don't want Luis Enrique.
Yeah, they already had a chance to get him, and he actually had a plan, and they didn't want to interview him. Right.
Yeah. They don't want him because he has opinions on his own. So, that's why I'm yes to both. I mean, to them, what they're saying is the manager doesn't matter. That's literally what the Fink said. He said, the manager doesn't matter. They're not the ones who get results. We are clearly building a top club. Look at us. Don't look to the manager. Why have Liam Rosenior? Why is this even a conversation if you're buying into what the Fink says? Because if you're buying into the project, you're buying into his bullshit. Mm-hmm. Give me a break. Anybody that is still sucking whatever they are from the administration. Drinking the Kool-Aid. They're sucking on a straw from the Kool-Aid of the management, right? Get out. You don't know what you're talking about, because this is bigger than we bring in manager, we bring in players, we win. This club is no longer this club. This is not the Chelsea, This is not a culture of winning. This is a culture of money and flipping to get more money. Yeah. That is why I will never believe this whole self-disclosing bullshit, right? And if the FA buys it, fine. That's fine. But honestly, I wouldn't have given a shit about a transfer ban.
Yeah.
I think this ownership does need to be knocked down a peg. And for some reason, they just keep doing what they're doing and thinking that they're building something good, in spite of literally the guy that was tasked with building relations with the fans, not listening to the fans and telling us we don't see with our own eyes the shit that is happening here. Yeah. Wild. You're telling me a manager doesn't matter, but yet I'm supposed to care. But yet what's happening on the field doesn't matter because you're building stuff. And I don't know what I'm talking about, because it's obvious that you're building stuff, and I'm watching us lose a Champions League spot. And that's literally what we were told the entirety of last season was, oh, they're going to get it together when they have Champions League because they can command more money. Oh, we're now world champions. They can command more money. See, look how amazing and great they are. And you literally had a manager that overperformed in a shitty situation that you put him in, and he wasn't that good to begin with. Mm-hmm. Bah. There's no other words for this. There's nothing else to say. This is just stupid. It is a stupid way to run a club. And anyone with eyes can see it. In fact, I dare say it's obvious to us. Yeah. I'm done. I got mad. I made myself mad.
Finish. Yeah.
Stupid. These conversations are stupid.
I don't know, man. I get both sides of it. Ultimately it comes down to, I think, you said it there at the end, is who are you going to get that's better than Rosenior to come in here? There's
you're not going to get a coach that won anything. You're not going to get a coach that's played in the Premier League. You're not going to get a coach that wants to talk. Oh, is there a rumor? Is there
Yeah,
a rumor going around?
they're going to get the guy from Strasbourg who did coach in the Premier League. So,
whoa. I mean, that is their
because he's
only other
impressed
strategy.
with his tactics.
That's the only other strategy, is to like go the opposite way they've gone. And I don't think that's going to work out either, because they're not going to like it when someone back talks them.
Yeah. And that's, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like I don't think Liam's necessarily bad. I have my issues with him now. Like I don't think he's a good defensive minded coach, and I don't like that. Get one of your assistants in here that is a good defensively minded coach, and maybe shore up the defense some. That would be great. And I think too, it's just the players are shit. So I think there is only so much managers can get out of the players. You were very poignant and saying for the last, year and a half that Maresca overachieved, that he was getting more out of this team, than what was probably normal. So, that's probably true. Maresca also said that João Pedro wasn't a 9 when that's clearly not true. Maresca liked to play Reece James in midfield a lot, which apparently Rosenior does too. So I don't know. I mean, I just don't see the benefit. The only benefit you have in firing him is just that you hope the next guy's better. Like that maybe he'll be a little bit better. The whole thing is, and like this is another reason why I think this whole I hate all this bullshit with the owners, is because they have their whole thing is we're different than the last owner. We're different than Abramovich. We're not going to fire the coach, all the time. Give us time. Like you've literally done the exact same thing Abramovich did with managers.
There's no point in listening to any narrative they put out. They are a bunch of liars.
They are. And that's the thing, is like you're just a bunch of lying assholes that think we're too dumb to understand what you're trying to say, and what you're like the bullshit that you're feeding us, and the fact that you have multiple podcasters and multiple people in the media feeding your bullshit lines out to everybody, like that we're not going to pick up on the narratives. Some of us do, and we have been calling your bullshit out from the beginning. And unfortunately, it's taken some other people longer. And then unfortunately, some people still believe in your bullshit. But,
it's crazy.
It is what it is at this point. I mean, we're stuck with them for another 6 years. So I guess we're going to be trusting the process for another damn 6 years. I don't know if Rosenior will be here next year. I don't know. I don't see the benefit in firing him, but also I'm not going to be upset if we fire him.
I agree with that.
I mean, that's the thing, is like I don't understand why you would. I'm frustrated with it. Now, if Rosenior goes on and just an epic losing streak here at the end of the season, I will probably be okay with firing him. I think my biggest thing is, and my biggest stat from Rosenior since he's been here, one clean sheet in like 15 matches, I think, is the stat going right now. Jeez. And I'm pretty sure that was against like Charlton or somebody like that.
Wow.
Like that's my thing. It's like there are no clean
unless you're counting the clean sheets of where we didn't score. Oh.
Well, I mean, it's like Sanchez went from being second in the Golden Glove behind Raya. And now, mind you, Sanchez has one of the two of the shittiest center backs in front of him, whereas Raya has the best center back pairing in the Premier League in front of him. And Sanchez is right on his heels for the Golden Gloves. And since Rosenior gets here, I think he's like third or fourth now. He's fallen a couple of spots.
Wow.
Because we keep a clean sheet. Because of his defending.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Like, if he does go on a really epic losing streak here, and we always said March was going to be bad, and March has been bad. Mm-hmm. If he does go on an epic losing streak, I mean, I will change my mind. Like, it's going to be hard to defend him at that point.
Yes.
And if you got if the model now is you got a manager waiting in the wings at Strasbourg, call him up. Mm-hmm. That's just our farm league down there.
Pretty much. That's exactly what Strasbourg is now.
Hull, we had a clean sheet against Hull, February 13th.
And then didn't we have one against Charlton? Was that him or was that Maresca still?
Dude, I think he's only got one clean sheet.
So it was Hull then. Hull's the one clean sheet. Okay.
Let me double check. I went back.
No, I think it's Hull. It's only one. It's like one in our last 15. I think that's how many matches he's
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's my problem with Rosenior. Is like you're not in like this new pressing thing. Like just at least just keep some damn clean sheets.
Yeah.
That's all I'm wanting. Just keep some clean sheets. Our defense is I didn't think our defense could get worse, but somehow he has made them worse.
That is it's mind blowing.
It is an epic level of managing and coaching that I've never seen before.
Hey, we're about to be out of another competition coming up. Definitely keeping a clean sheet in that one.
No.
And then we'll see if we survive Everton. We'll see what this. Ooh, March has been bad. I knew it was going to be bad.
You did. You called it the March of Ides. Ides of March, whatever that.
Ides of March.
Ides of March, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you dubbed it. Yeah, it's bad, man. It's just really bad. It's like there is no good way forward because the management of the club, the directors of the club are incompetent. And
unfortunately, they're dumbasses.
I mean, I know it's easy just to sit here in like a chair and not have to be faced with like in my house, right? Like, and not be faced with these decisions. But I also don't make billions of dollars, and I also think it is plain as day how bad this situation is.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I with full confidence, Jason, if I had $2 billion and was in charge of Chelsea, I could give you $2 billion and you would do, I would even argue you could probably give a lot of people $1 billion.
Yeah.
And they would still do a better job than what they've done with $2 billion.
You don't even need the billion.
You know, experiment in the off season, Jason. We will go back through these transfer windows.
Oh my God.
Since they got here. So that's we'll just do summer probably because it'll just be easier. I don't know. We'll go look at some of the top transfers and how much they cost.
Jesus.
And then we'll build our own teams with less than $2 billion. And I guarantee you they will be better than what we have currently at Chelsea.
I say let's do
that.
That'll
be fun.
Super fun.
That'll be a fun thing to do during the
I don't even know that much about other teams, man. Like I could build a better team than these clowns. And I don't know that much about other teams.
And here's the crazy thing. They want to spend all this crazy money on players, and then they're like, wage structure. Okay, I get it. You got to have some kind of wage structure. But also, if you want the elite players, you're going to have to pay them. Yeah. Everybody ain't Reece James and going to take a hometown discount to sign with the club because they love them. There's a lot of mercenaries out there that are just in it for the money.
Well, then Todd Bowley is out there admitting that he just bought players other clubs wanted and just was willing to spend whatever.
Hey, wasn't a bad strategy. He got us Cucurella.
Jesus Christ, though, my God. Like, the things these guys say out loud is insane. Like, you only say this shit out loud when you think, like, when you're narcissistic enough to believe that you like you're eating your own shit. Like, these guys think that they are like God's gift. Football.
Yeah. They don't.
You
they
wouldn't say this shit out loud if you didn't think that.
They're arrogant. Very arrogant.
Man, it is unbelievable. Like, absolutely unbelievable the things that these guys are saying. They're embarrassing. They are embarrassing. They will always go down as having ruined a club.
Yeah. I'll read this quote right quick. Let me go.
There's no way back. There's no way back here.
You said it earlier, like, not the biggest Rory fans on this podcast, but this was 2 days ago. This was after, I think, the Newcastle loss. He said
he just is.
He goes off the deep end. He's a bit crazy.
Clickbait. He's a clickbait.
He is very clicky. Chelsea are a disgrace. This ridiculously named project has failed on every conceivable level, run by incompetent, arrogant morons. They have eviscerated the country's most successful football setup this century in just a few years. They openly mock our club's fans, history, culture, and are dead set on erasing all of it. Bluecoat are the worst thing to ever happen at Chelsea. Anyone associated with them or supporting them should be ashamed. I mean, pretty damn good quote. Yep.
Jesus. I mean, yeah, he said it. He said it better than we have.
He said it more eloquently than we had. But yeah, I mean that, like, yeah, it's just crazy at this point in time. I don't know. Yeah, so
I'm just embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there are any closing comments you want Jason to add to this.
No, I'm just embarrassed. Like that's it. Like the current version of this club is not. These will be some of the darker times in modern Chelsea, and it's only unfortunately I don't see it getting better, and there's nothing that tells me it will.
Yeah, it can't for 6 years.
I mean, it definitely can't this season. And if you're talking about firing a manager, then we're about to start over again. Like, I don't know. I mean, a project has to build on itself. Like, you can't just keep bringing in like new people to do the same project over and over and over again when you're not listening to any feedback that is coming from this process not working. I don't know. It's just it's mind blowing to me. I'll never ever understand it outside of they're just arrogant enough to think that they're so good at this that they don't need to look anywhere else but the mirror.
Yeah.
And it is destroying a club. It is causing divisions in a fan base. It's like Rory said, it is taking everything historical and cultural about Chelsea and just throwing it under the bus just to be like Brighton and flip for money. It is sad and it's stupid. And these guys are bastards. And I genuinely hope. I wish that we had a bigger platform because I would love to just be not in the Chelsea fandom that's like sucking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a bigger voice in that culture where we could.
There just aren't enough of us, man. There's a bunch of people. There's not enough of the big Chelsea talking heads that like, but it's all money. I think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, I'm not gonna sell out for clicks or anything. I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
but anyway,
not to them. I'll sell out to somebody else, but I ain't selling out to them.
We'll sell out to Bezos.
Give us the bag, Bezos. Come on,
give us the.
No, you want to.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I think that wraps up this episode.
Yeah.
Follow us on all the socials, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Do all that shit. Follow us there. And YouTube, like, subscribe, follow. Tell us, get in the comments. Tell us if you would fire Rosenior at the end of the season. Would you? Would you not? I don't know. Anything else to say, Jason? Before I just end this, because there's going to be no outro video. We're just going to end.
No, it's just scary behind the badge. I don't like going behind the badge. But we do it. We do it for y'all.
We do. We go behind the badge for you guys. We take deep dives like this. Tell us what you want us to talk about next. We should probably do a conspiracy behind the badge episode.
We should. We definitely need to do that.
Maybe that'll be next. There'll definitely be more of these in the summer whenever we can have more time to do these, when we're not having to do match reviews every week. Maybe then they won't be YouTube exclusives. But until then, they are YouTube exclusives.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Peace.
Have fun watching Chelsea.
Yeah. Go get them, guys.